All right, going live in three, two, one. Well, this is totally random with Katie. We're up to episode 11. How are you doing today, Katie?
I'm doing okay. The weather's crazy. It's making my allergies insane.
Yes, yes,
But
yes. Before we went live, there was a big, big sneeze on your end.
it's sneezing everywhere.
I was, I was sneezing this morning. In fact, I was eating some eggs, and I felt the sneeze come on, and my mouth was full of food. And I was like, oh goodness, and I had tried to hold it, but I couldn't. It was like I grossly spat out some of the eggs while I was eating. So
Oh,
kind of,
gross.
it's like I couldn't stop the sneeze. It just wouldn't stop. So,
Yeah, eating and sneezing is like the worst. Just like when you're like trying to, if you're doing something important and you're hiccuping, that's also
oh
very.
yes, yeah, I hate hiccups. Now, when you get the hiccups, are you able to stop them? I discovered that holding my breath, the trick for holding my breath actually works. I don't know if the like if I hold my breath for about maybe 30 seconds, take a big inhale, my breath, real deep breath, and just hold it, the hiccups go away almost every time. So,
No, I feel like nothing works. And if I get the hiccups once, I'll get them throughout the whole day, like every few hours.
oh, oh, that's
So,
annoying. Oh,
yeah, as if like I have hiccups at one point during the day, they'll happen the rest of the day.
oh, goodness.
I
The
don't know
I've
what it
never had
is.
that. That's weird. I've never had that. That's pretty bad. So yeah. So, have you ever been does it happen when you're on the air, when you're doing on air work?
Yeah, and I'm like, "Hold on, let me hiccup for a second," or I'm just, like, hiccuping, and I'm like, "Yep, okay, there's hiccup." Like, so I'll, like, joke about it, and sometimes I won't say anything and then just picture people laughing that are listening. Um,
It's
but
fun.
that's, like, the worst 'cause, like, you, like, are trying to get through your break before you hiccup, and then as soon as you press the button, it's like,
You have I assume you have a cough button there. Could you when you're doing
"No, we
no
don't."
cough button, really? Really? Wow. That's
No, I remember asking, well, like, because at my old place I worked at, we had, like, a dump button, like, it was, like the station was always, like, 2-second delay or something like that.
all right.
So I remember asking about that when I came here, and I was like, "Oh, so where's the dump button?" And they're like, "What?" Like, like the dump button in case, like, I say something wrong or something happens, and then they're like, "Oh, we don't have that, so just don't say anything wrong or do anything stupid."
So
I'm
so
like,
I guess that means no live callers then, I guess, right? No, is that, or do you
yeah,
actually,
um,
or it'd be
yeah,
very
so it's
risky.
all recorded.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'll
So
record it and then play back, like, what is okay to play
uh
back.
so your hiccups, is this related to your allergies? Would you say or is this just
Hiccups?
or is it just
No.
separate? It's just kind of separate. Oh, okay. Okay. So
Yeah, I don't know. My mom said I always had hiccups, like, when she was pregnant with me, like, I'd constantly be hiccuping. So maybe it just there's something
I didn't
wrong
I've
there.
never I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. I'd never heard of that. A baby hiccuping while, really? Is that even possible?
Yeah, she said she felt like her stomach, I was gonna say, like, palpitate. I don't know. She said something weird, and, like, I think she went to the doctor and was like, "What is happening to my baby?" And they're like, "That's just the hiccups." And I feel it. And she said I had that a lot, and I'd always be doing somersaults and, like, cartwheels. She could, like, feel me, like, spinning.
Oh.
So I must have just really been energetic
Active.
or wild and, like, wanted to come out, like, get me out there.
A hiccuping baby. I honestly, it's because when you're inside, when you're in the womb, you're breathing in, aren't you breathing in liquid? That's what I
Um,
remember. According to the James Cameron movie, one of I forget which one it was, the one where they go deep underwater. They claim that when you're before you're born, you're actually breathing liquid before you're born. So like when you come out, because you can't breathe air through there, so you're actually breathing in liquid through your lungs, and how would I'm interesting how if that's true, how would the hiccups be? It'd be a lot different, I would think. I don't even know how. I don't know. I'm just
yeah, maybe it's not. Maybe she just told her that, and it's not even
yeah,
a thing.
maybe.
Who
So.
knows what I was doing then? Probably like choking on liquid.
Well, the before we go too far, I want to remind everybody, if you'd like to support what we're doing, we have the affiliate link in the description for NordVPN. So if you go there, you get a nice offer. It's definitely more than half off of what the regular price is. I think it's close to a third off. Don't quote me on that though, but I can tell you that NordVPN is definitely a service I've used. Very reliable if you want to hide your location, hide your identity. And several people have told me this, that you can watch streaming services from around the world. If they block you, you should be able to watch streaming pretty easily. So if you decide to purchase the service, that would help support what we're doing, and we appreciate that. So, all right. And then, of course, we got Desmond Haas Play 3.0 saying hello again. Thanks for stopping by. So let's take a look at our question from last week. Let me bring this up here. Got a pretty decent response. Have you ever been stuck somewhere due to the weather, such as at work or school? If so, leave a comment. And I think you after we said this, you wanted to clarify. You wanted to say somewhere not at home, but we forgot to add that to that. But it's not a big deal, I guess. But let's see what we got here. 80% overwhelmingly say yes, they got stuck. 11% with no. 5 almost glad I left, and 4% with no, wish I had stayed. So interesting.
Let's
see what we got here for comments. Leamington Wizard coming to March 2022 says yes. His name is longer than his response. Kiss Best Fan says yes. Bus stop when I didn't have a license. Oh, that stinks. Oh, I remember I was probably like I was like 19 years old. Oh no, I wasn't even 19. I was probably like 17 or 18 years old. Very, very young. And I had a regular job and I had to get to work and I had to take the bus and it was like 15 miles away. And I was like, I hated that. And I was like, I didn't want to. And I remember walking up to the bus. It wasn't winter though, but I walked up to the bus. And as soon as I got up to the bus stop, I guess the bus driver didn't realize I was trying to get on the bus because I was still walking into the stop. He just kept on going. So I missed my ride. So I was really angry. So I had to, and I don't know what happened, but I just remember like I saw the bus go by. I was like, oh damn! And I hated it.
Yeah, so many memories missing the bus. It came so early and it never waited. I feel like you're right. Like the buses never wait. Even if they see you like walking to the bus stop, they still don't wait. It's like, I'm literally going to be there in 2 seconds. Just wait for me, please.
And yeah, I had and same with like a school bus. Well, the school bus would, the difference with the school bus though is at least the school bus driver knew who I was. So it was a little different, but that was still no, I hated riding school bus too. So, but yeah, I remember having to wait and pouring rain out just to get my bus. I hated that. So and there was no just a waiting, pouring rain. It just got annoying. So let's see. Sun. Oops, let me just want to go bring in my magnifying glass so I can read a little better. Here we go. Sun Zoo Rock says, I never get stuck when I'm back from school and it's rain. I must wait until the rain stops and it's annoying, right? Yes. Oh, that's what I was saying. Yes. Same thing. So yeah, annoying rain. There is no Nem says, all because I rode motorcycle. If I drive a car, I just keep moving. Okay. Let's see. James Cameron says college during a snowstorm. I never got stuck in college. I do remember though, when I was teaching at college, I had to get out of there because I had to get to work or whatever. And they ran a school, like an old style fire drill, and they wouldn't let anyone leave the building. And I'm like standing in the hallway and I'm like, I just got to get out of here. I got to get out of here. I don't care about your little fire drill. And I was like, it was like being stuck in a snowstorm. We had to wait there for like a half hour and like, I have to get out of here. And they just wouldn't let anyone leave the building. And if I just walked out my class, like maybe 5 minutes earlier, I would have missed the whole thing. And I ended up being late for whatever it was for a stupid fire drill. So.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. I remember fire drills too. I totally forgot about those. And then you had to like help in class.
Yeah. Wait, say it again. I'm sorry, I cut you off.
Oh, just like I totally forgot that we had to have fire drills, or like the worst ones they were just like annoying. I mean, they're important, tornado drills, but like I think we had to but the thing is I don't think we ever really had tornadoes where I lived. So, but we all has to like go out for like a half an hour and like duck our heads.
Oh, really?
Against the walls.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's interesting. I never saw.
You guys didn't have to do that?
No, nothing like that. No. Yeah, tornadoes in DC are kind of rare, so that's probably why. It's very rare. Are they? But you said they're kind of rare where you are too, aren't they? Is that right?
Yeah, I mean they'd happen maybe like once every other year, and they were never that big. But I think just like as a protocol in case one happened. Although, I mean, I don't know why we went. I mean, I'm sure we went to the hallway because the classrooms had windows, but it was very strange. Just like sitting next to a line of people, just like with your head down.
Yeah, that sounds strange. That's interesting. Yeah. Most we had was the fire drill, and that's it. I don't remember anything else. So, Let's see. Renegade MS says, "Hell no, I hate everyone."
Wait, what was the question? Wasn't the question, were you stuck anywhere?
Are you
Oh,
stuck
okay.
somewhere?
So he just doesn't ever leave.
Yeah. Yes. And Roy, three points. Another regular contributor. Yeah, says no. 316. So interesting. Yeah, I like Renegade's MS response there. So okay. All right. The I I guess we could have added maybe another response. Maybe it doesn't snow where I live or something to that effect. Maybe
Yeah.
so, because we get a lot of
Well,
people in warmer climates as well. So
we said due to the weather, not necessarily snow.
oh, that's true. That's true. Yeah, yeah. So we did cover our bases on that. Okay, so I wasn't thinking about that. So, but that is that sounds about right. I'm trying to think if I ever been stuck anywhere. I think I said I almost did. I think I discussed this last week, but I think I said I was at work. I was at WTOP, and they were trying to put everyone up. Yeah, and I said no, I'm going to leave. I'm getting out of here. And the same thing when I was at Clear Channel. Same thing. I had to get out of there. They wrote, but yeah, never. I don't think I can. If, I hope I'm not contradicting what I said last week. But I don't think I've ever been stuck in the snow anywhere except for my own home. Like so, but that's it. So but that's a little different because I live on a private road and that's why I get stuck because there's no plow service. I had to plow myself out. So
Yeah, yeah, that's. I mean, it could go both ways. It could either be nice because then you could say like, well, there's no way for me to get out, so you don't have to. You can like cancel on plans, but then it's also like, well, if you really have to go somewhere and you don't want to have to do it yourself, it's kind of sucks.
yeah, and the problem where I live on a very very steep hill, and so it's like since it doesn't get treated or cleared, driving down that when there's snow, it can be extremely scary. So
Mm-hmm.
and so what I would used to do when I had a regular job and I didn't have to leave my house, I would park my car at the bottom of that hill. There's a little, it's a private road, so it's like there's a little area at the bottom of the hill. Even though it's private, I can still park it at the bottom without blocking anybody. And I would just park my car at the bottom when I knew it was going to snow. That way I could walk down the hill because even though walking down the hill was hard too, but it was not easier than driving down, so not as scary. So let's see, we got I don't know if he's responding. Pablo's, I don't know if he's responding to our comments, but he'd love to know. So, and then we got Artem, hope I'm pronouncing it right, saying, I'm not going to pronounce the last name, sorry, saying hello. So hello back. So, alrighty. So what question do you want to ask today? Did you want to ask we were saying this before we went live. Should we not say the special word about the big game? Should we not say the name of
Oh, you cut out. Maybe that's a sign. You cut out when you were saying it.
We should not. So for those who know, there's the big game, and we were saying this before we went live that you shouldn't actually be saying it because they can come out. The people who own the rights to the big game, which is the big football game that plays every year around this time in the United States, they'll come after you because they that's their copyright and they don't want anyone to use it, or their trademark. I guess is the right word, not copyright, but trademark. So we're going to ask a question about the big game. Is that right?
Well, so I don't know if this is always what happens, that it falls on the weekend of Valentine's Day. I mean, Valentine's Day is on Monday, but I feel like people probably are celebrating Valentine's Day this weekend if they work on Monday. I mean, like, I know I can't do anything for Valentine's Day because I work nights and everyone's off nights. So I don't know, like, if people have a similar situation like that. Um, So if you're celebrating Valentine's Day this weekend, which would you rather pick? Having a wonderful Valentine's Day either by yourself or with whoever, or seeing your team win the big game? If you have to pick, which one would you choose?
Okay. Okay. How should we?
Because that was a big thing.
How would you phrase that?
Okay. Would you? You could either say pick one, or would you rather have your team win the big game?
Mm-hmm. Oh, wait. How about we ask it so the answers are so we're not doubling up on the answers. So so we'll say we can say what would you rather what would you choose, and then we'll put the answers like would you like answer number one be like spend time with your Valentine, it would be Valentine's Day or spend time at the big game or something to that effect. Well, like does that make sense?
Yeah, so you could either do pick one or
you choose like that. Oops.
Um,
Like that, and then we could say like spending time with your Valentine, um, or how would
well,
you?
having spending time with your Valentine and having an unforgettable day or something like more than just spending time, like having a room a wonderful time. Or, I don't know, having a romantic time with your Valentine.
Spending time with your Valentine. Let's see. Let's see. What is it? VENTI.
VAL. How about we do which would you rather
Okay.
choose
Okay.
or
Which
pick one? I don't
I
know.
just want to put pick one as the statement.
Um, yeah, you could just do pick one, like
Okay.
something.
Okay.
Spending time with your Valentine or
Spending time with your
having
Valentine.
your favorite team win the big game.
having your having your what? I'm
I guess
sorry.
if they're not from, I guess though, if you're not like living in the United States, you might not watch.
Right, but I think a lot of people know what it is. It's
Mhm.
a big thing. But we say watch. Well, we can't say your team. I guess. I mean, if watch. I guess we could, but no, some people just watch the super. I almost said it myself. We could say because some people just watch it because they just want to watch the game itself.
Right. Well, and it doesn't necessarily, it could be like one of the two teams that are playing or a team that's not even playing. Um,
Mm.
because I
So
feel like people want their team to win. So that's like a bigger statement, like a bigger question. Like, because would you rather have your team win or would you risk spending a day with someone you love just to have your team win? Essentially, is the question,
okay.
if that makes sense. Because
Yeah,
I feel like if you just say like the game, then it's like, okay, well, like it's not, there's not as much risk on the line, I guess, per
okay.
se.
Okay.
Um,
So how
but I
would
don't
we
know.
rephrase it? How would we rephrase that?
Um, spending time with your Valentine, having your favorite sports team win the game.
Okay. Okay.
Or
Uh,
I don't know, does that sound okay?
your favorite, what favorite team maybe?
Yeah,
Uh,
your favorite team win
win
the
the
big
big
game.
oh, big game. Okay.
We could do another question on who do you want to win, but
Okay. I don't even who's playing. I'm not even sure. Yeah, we could do that. That's a good question. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, is
it's
it? Go
yeah,
ahead.
that looks good.
Okay. Yeah, Rams and Bengals, right? Is that who it
Yeah.
is? Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. So okay, pick one. Spending time with your Valentine, having your favorite team win the big game. So okay.
Actually, going on Valentine's Day, I thought this was interesting. You can go ahead and post that. I was just going to say this while we were doing
Okay.
that. There was this like article that came out that talked about the most popular candy in each state, but it's interesting because I feel like these aren't typically candies that you would get for Valentine's Day, like Skittles,
Oh, really?
and like
That's okay.
Snickers.
Snickers.
Oh,
That's
sorry.
that's funny. Yeah, go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off. Yeah, go ahead.
Um, oh no, it's okay. And then like M&Ms. I'm trying to see because you're in Maine, right?
I'm what?
Wait, what state are you in?
Virginia.
Oh, Virginia. I don't know why I was thinking Maine all of a sudden.
Oh,
I feel like they're all kind of right there. I'm trying to figure out where Virginia is. I know here it's Kit Kat, which seems weird. I feel like whoever did this must have been like the company who makes all these like Mars because it's like all Kit
oh,
Kat and M&Ms.
yeah,
Um,
that makes
I
sense.
think you have M&Ms.
Oh, okay. Well, that was my favorite for a long time when I used to eat candy. So, uh,
Oh, really?
yeah. Did you want to ask another question, like based on that, or did you want to ask who do you think is going to win the big game? You want to do that?
Sure. We could say, who do you want to win?
Okay. One,
Do you have a preference?
not for these teams, no. The If it was they've changed their name, but the Redskins changed their name recently. So whatever their team is called, at if they were playing, I'd be behind them. When I was younger, I used to watch them all the time. They were my favorite team. So, but I'm
Yeah,
not
I
a big
wonder.
want to win the big game. As far as the other thing was, if it was the Cowboys, let me see. Who do you want to win the big game? Okay, and we got I'll put the Rams first, and the Bengals after that.
Should we put what state they are, just so people know?
Um, well, the city. Let's see. I'm not even sure. Are the Bengals back in? I'm not even sure. Are the Rams back in? Where I'm not even
They're
sure.
in LA.
Are they in LA again? Didn't they go back to? Didn't they go back? Okay, I've been out of touch for a long time. Um,
It's the LA Rams and
okay.
the Cincinnati Bengals.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
I'm going back and forth on it.
Since okay, you got me on Cincinnati. Hold on.
CIN.
Okay.
So CIN, and then NATI.
NATI.
So there's two N's. Yeah.
I got it. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, cool. We went to big. Okay. Okay, cool. We're gonna post that. Ready?
Sure.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, it'll be short poll there. Yeah. So yeah, who would you? So I could not pick either team because I'm not a fan, or I'm not for or against either one. If it was the Redskins that was playing, I would pick them always. If it was somebody that was playing against the Cowboys, I'd root against the Cowboys because I hate the Cowboys. So and
Okay.
so if there's those other than that, I know I also hate the Giants. I also hate and I also
Why
hate
do you hate them?
the what's that?
Why do you hate them?
I don't know. It goes back from when I was watching football when I was younger. I don't do it much anymore, but it was I hate the Giants. I hate San Francisco, the 49ers, and I also hate the Philadelphia Eagles. So I hate so
Okay.
any of those teams that they're playing. If any of those teams are playing, I'll root against. I'll always root against the teams playing against them. So
That's
I'll
funny.
root for them. So, but the 49ers, I hate the 49ers because about 15 years ago, 20 years ago, they used to promote them as if they were some like America's team, and like everyone was supposed to. And I was like, I
Mm,
don't support them. And it's like, why are you trying to make me think I'm supposed to support a team I don't like? So I started to hate them just for that reason, because it was like they were promoting them as like you're like they were America's team. And the same with the Cowboys, they would act like the Cowboys are America's team. It's like, no, I hate the
yeah.
Cowboys. Though have a rivalry with the Redskins that goes back a long time, so it's just an old rivalry thing too. So,
So
but the
the
Cow
Redskins, I looked it up. That's Washington. So they're the
yes.
commander. They're the Commanders now.
Was that with the new team? Okay, I knew they're coming with a new team. I didn't know a new name. I didn't know what they're called. Okay, okay. Is which is interesting. I know we don't get into politics here, but the term redskin was deemed to be bad, but the ironically, I used to think it was racist. I know like I said, I don't want to get too political here, but I used to think the name was racist, but I've actually found out recently that it's never racist. Some people might not like to hear that, but it was actually the term itself was just deemed to be offensive starting in the 1970s. And
Mm.
so I can understand, people being offended by it, but technically, historically, the term was never used in a in a racist context.
Oh,
But it
so it
was
was never
offensive.
racial
Yeah, it
context.
was. Yeah, it was. There was a man who did research on it. He actually went back and he said the. So I can understand. I agree that the team name it wasn't a good name. It was not a good team name, but it was never used in a racial context like some people were claiming. But it was offending people though. So
Yeah, I
it's
can
kind of
see that.
so. But yeah. I'm sorry. You said Commanders. That's kind of a weak name. I don't know why they call them
Yeah,
that.
I don't really like that per se. I mean, it's better than Redskins, but yeah, they could have came up with something better.
Yeah, I remember controversy has been going on for a long time. So the whole thing about changing the name it dated back like back to the 1990s for sure. I remember that. And there was somebody who suggested one time that they should call them just the Skins. Uh,
No.
and because the Skins because there was and maybe it modeled after the potato skins. So
Oh,
so that's potato skins are not offensive to anybody. So
excuse
and
me. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, and for a long time, people would just call them the Skins anyway. So like they didn't say Redskins; they had just said Skins. So it was just a common thing, slang word for the team name anyway. So, but obviously they didn't go with that. So
Yeah, I don't know if I like that. It just sounds gross.
and there was
Horrible.
the other one that was kind of funny when they called it the Washington Nationals. That's the team that for the baseball team. People were there was a joke made at the time. I don't know if you know this, but National Airport is the name of the airport that was here. At the time they've changed the airport, but at the time it was called National Airport. So people were like, "You're going to name it after the airport?" That's kind of like calling a Chicago team the Chicago O'Hares or something. So
Yeah, that's kind of weird. The
Nationals
O'Hare.
just sound kind of bland. It just doesn't really have too much of a punch to it. So, but
Yeah, I feel like
it,
if you want a sports team name, it kind of has to be strong. Like a lot of them are animals, or I don't know,
yeah,
or
I agree.
just,
I agree. Yeah.
or if it had like a meaning behind it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I agree. I agree.
When you're talking about French fries, there was this article that came out yesterday. French fry perfume. Did you hear about this?
No, the French fry
Uh,
perfume.
yeah, the Idaho Potato Commission created a limited edition of potato perfume that smells like fresh French fries. Um, they were selling it for only like $1.89 on their website, so it sold out. But now you can like enter to win them. But I'm like, I don't know if you'd really want to be smelling like a French fry.
Yeah, I, I can
Maybe.
imagine. I mean, would you? I wouldn't. I wouldn't want to smell like a French fry. I couldn't imagine. I mean, if they
No,
had some sort of cologne or something.
I mean, maybe if it was like a fresh, like earthy smell, but they're describing it as like a fried French fry. I feel like you could just walk into a fast food place and come out smelling like that.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Or
maybe if you're eating too many French fries, it just kind of goes through your body and you like naturally start to smell like it anyway or something. I don't know. So,
yeah, maybe. I'm like, who would want? I mean, I'd almost want to buy it just as a joke, just so I could smell it or like spray it at people. But now
I,
we'll have to enter to win.
I cannot imagine just on the this even if it's let's say it's a good maybe it's a good fragrance. I can't imagine people buying it just on the fact that it's that you say you're smelling a friend like you have that odor to begin with, that fragrance to begin with. People would just be turned off by the mere fact that you're saying it smells like French fries, even if it smelled good to begin with. You know what I'm saying? I think people just
Yeah.
would be turned off in general. So
I would almost be funny, like, because people would probably think like you just came from like a restaurant or something, but you could be like, "Oh, do you like my perfume?" And then be like, "What?" And be like, "Oh, it's French fry flavor." Like I can just picture that like on a first date, like doing that to people. That would be so hilarious. Oh my gosh.
what do you
Uh,
so we gotta do
I
have to
don't want someone to do that.
so did you want to did we need to wrap everything up here? Did you want to wrap everything up? Like we're getting
Sure,
close
we
to
can see. Yeah, we can
yeah.
see if we have any answers yet. I know I have to leave early today.
Let's take a look here. Well, we got 16 votes so far. Uh, with spending so 69% with spending time with your
Oh,
Valentine
that's cute.
and 31%. So more than two-thirds of our votes so far are with the Valentine and only less than a third with spending time watching your favorite team win the big game. And let's see. Oops, wrong question. Anyways, we got this one. Oh, there we go. Oh well, it's
Ooh,
only
the
9 votes so far.
Rams.
The LA Rams at 89% and six Cincinnati Bengals at 11%. So I'm sure that's going to change. And then, of course, when the game actually goes on, you know that's going to change. Whatever it is, it's going to skew this poll anyway. So,
Yeah.
but did you say who you rooted for? I don't know. Did you?
I mean, I like LA. I've never been to Cincinnati, but I do like, as I've been watching kind of the games throughout the year, that Joe Burrow, he's on the quarterback for the Bengals. He seems like a really like upcoming good quarterback and a great person. So like I'm kind of I want him to win because like this is like I forget like if this how many years he's been on that team, but anyway, like it would be cool to see him win a Super Bowl. Um, is it Matt Stafford?
I I
Mike's,
don't.
yeah, I
I
think it's Matt.
remember.
Um, he's the quarterback for the Rams. I don't know if he's won a Super Bowl or not, but I know I've heard like he wasn't on a very good team and now he came over here and he's able to like shine and like show his like how good he is. So um I don't know. I'm just gonna go with Bengals just because I like the cat Bengal. I think that's the only mainly. Well, we'll just say that so I'm not being biased. It's because I like the cat.
Okay. So you don't like Rams, so you live with the Ram. So, but you like, or I should say, maybe you don't like them, but you like cats better than Rams, is what you're saying, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, and Bengal cats look like cheetahs. So
That's kind of, yeah. Do they? Yeah, I guess a little bit. Yeah. So,
yeah, they have like the spots and stuff, like almost like the cheetah spots, and they can get
oh,
really big.
that's true. Yeah, it's true. I didn't think of that.
I
Okay.
really want a Bengal, but they're so expensive, and I think they're kind of sassy.
Kind of risky too, especially
Yeah,
when the cats get big. You don't want
that's
to.
yeah, that's true.
So, alrighty. Well, we can go wrap everything up. Thanks, everyone. If don't forget, if you like to support what we're doing, we have the affiliate link for NordVPN in the description below. If you decide to purchase that, you can do that, and it would help support us. Anything else you'd like to say before we wrap everything up?
See you next
Cool.
week.
See everybody. Thanks.
Oh, have a good Valentine's Day.
Oh yes.
If you're with someone or not, doesn't matter. You have yourself.
Yes.